everybody, welcome to Kids Club Online, and this is episode 5.
Hi, my name's Elijah and welcome to the War Zone.
Hey everyone, it's Tim here from the Tim and Nate Show. Unfortunately, I don't have a challenge for today for you guys. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand on something. So a couple of episodes ago, we had Michael, one of our JLPs, show everybody how to wash their hands the right way. He used some black gloves and some white paint. Really good description on how hand washing is essential and how it works effectively. Just wanted to expand on that one, especially as we're coming up to the flu season at the moment. So what I wanted to expand on is when you're washing your hands, be sure to wash it for about 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah, that's equivalent to, roughly singing Happy Birthday or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star twice. If you got a cough or you got a sneeze, be sure to do it in the crevice of your elbow. So just do a little dab, a little dab. Looks good. If you can't, try to use a tissue or some paper towel and dispose of it straight away. Wash your hands like Michael showed us. Other ways you can stay healthy with this flu season that's coming up is to eat healthy. Make sure you get your 2 fruit and your 5 veg a day. Be sure to exercise 30 minutes a day. Sleep. Make sure you get plenty of sleep. 6 to 8 hours a day. Night. If you need to have a rest during the day or a little nap, be sure it's only roughly 20 minutes. And if you cover than that, you'd start to feel, a bit worse, a bit still tired and not very happy throughout the rest of the day. Get plenty of exercise. 30 minutes a day is recommended. So if you're sporty, go out, kick a soccer ball around, play some sports with your parents, have little running races, play little running games like TV. That was a good one when I was younger. Or even if you've got a swimming pool, go swimming. Just swim around for 30 minutes, play some Marco Polo. Whichever. Alternatively, if you're not feeling well, then try and stay home. If you stay home when you're not feeling well, it helps to prevent the spread of anything that you may have. And be sure to get health advice from the proper professionals. If you're concerned about anything, by all means, speak to a doctor. Or you can ring 13 Health. It's a free health line organised by Queensland Health, which is really helpful. You get to speak to registered nurses who will be able to help direct you through what's going on, and they'll give you advice. So that will be something that your parents will be able to do for you. Above all, stay fit, healthy. Look forward to seeing you all again. Hopefully we'll be back in the hall soon. If not, see yous all Friday night for our Zoom chats. God bless.
Hi kids! It's Kinney.
It's Cindy.
And together we'll be teaching you how to make a home-cooked meal that's simple but very yummy.
Oh, so Cindy, what's your favorite home-cooked meal?
It would have to be your fried rice.
Ooh, easy and yummy. So today we are going to learn how can make the egg fried rice. Do you want to learn?
Yes.
Yeah. So Cindy, please introduce all the ingredients first.
Okay. So to make today's fried rice, we're going to have to use the most important ingredient, which is obviously the rice. So this is about the amount that I'm going to use for my family, and yeah. The next ingredient is going to be some vegetables. I've got some corn and some peas here, but you can really use any vegetables you want. I've also got 2 eggs that soon we are going to crack and beat. I've also got some soy sauce and some table salt.
So I think we can start now.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. What are you going to do first?
So the very first thing we need to do is we need to crack these eggs and we need to beat them. So. And
Yeah.
boom.
Cool.
Don't forget to get rid of any shell because we don't need any unnecessary crunch.
And then actually you can put little bit salt in the egg, so make little bit taste. Okay, not much. Okay, just a little bit. Yeah, make sure even. You think it's okay? What's enough? I think a little bit more, little bit longer. Yeah, you can show everyone how the egg look like.
So you want to beat it until it's about fairly even, but try not to overbeat it. So about that is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So now we're going to move to the stove where we're going to start cooking. Okay, so now we're ready to start cooking. But don't forget, before you use the stove, to ask for a parent's permission and get them to supervise you. So Mum, are we ready to start cooking?
Yes.
Cool. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn on your stove to a high temperature. And then once it starts to warm up, you're going to want to add
Make sure a little bit hot. Yeah.
You're going to want to add some olive oil or some oil.
Yeah. Make sure the oil even on the pan. Yeah, that's good.
So once it's heated up a little bit more, you're going to want to add your eggs. What we're going to do is we're going to add these eggs and you're going to want to scramble them, but make sure they're overdone so then it's not all runny and gross. So now we're just going to add the eggs. Now if you want it this time, you can add a little bit more salt or you can just add some pepper or something, really whatever you like, because you can make this dish your own. So would we like to add more salt, Mum?
Yes.
Yeah?
Little bit. Not much because you don't want it too salty.
So it looks like our egg is almost done, but I'm just going to cook it for a little bit longer just to make sure it is a lot better and it is well cooked. So we're nearly there, but
Smells good.
yeah,
You think it's ready?
I think it's about ready. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too.
So now we're just going to turn off our stove. Never ever forget to never ever leave the stove on, or else that could be really dangerous. Now just remove it and just let it cool for a little bit, just so then it's not complete like steaming.
Yeah, you can put it in the bowl.
Don't forget not to touch the pan because we don't want you to burn yourself. So be very careful when you move the egg back into the bowl so then you don't burn yourself.
Or ask the parents help you.
Or ask the parents to help you. So now we're just going to move the egg back into the bowl. Oops. And try not to make a mess like I just did because make sure you get as much of it out as possible and then just leave it on the stove just to cool down for a little bit. Okay, so next we are going to cook our peas and our corn. So just turn the stove back on. we're going to turn this to a high temperature again. And then we're going to add some more oil. Again, you want to make sure that when you add the oil, you don't add too much, and after, you just want to make sure that you just even it out and make sure that the oil is everywhere. So now we can put in our vegetables. We're making popcorn as well tonight, so dessert! Be very careful, and with this you might want to get a parent to help you because it is a little bit dangerous.
Make sure the vegetable not burn.
And if you need to, do turn down the stove because you also don't want your vegetables to burn. You want them to be nice. And if you wanted to add some extra flavour or something, you can always put some more salt, but not too much. You don't want to make it too salty.
Smells really good.
Yeah. So just a few more minutes and then we can add in the rice and then we can add in the eggs. So now that looks pretty cooked, we're going to add in our rice. Thank you. And then we're just going to mix it around. So now we're going to add some flavour and we're going to go ahead and add the soy sauce. So just put it all around. And then start to mix it so then it's even and tasty. So once it looks pretty mixed and pretty even, then you also want to add in your eggs that we just cooked. And you mix it around. So we're just going to give it a few more minutes and then it should be ready to eat. It looks so yum and I can smell it and it smells so delicious. Okay, so also, like any great chef, you can always try your food. And I love to do this because it means you get to eat food. So, Mum, would you like to try the fried rice?
See, it tastes okay.
Be very careful though, it is very hot.
Very yummy.
Of course, if it's not salty enough or you want to add something else, you always can. But this is a simple fried rice and I find that for me, simple is better. we're just going to give it a little more, and then we should be good to serve it. So as you can see, this is the final product of my mum's egg fried rice. It is ready to eat, and as you can see, I've garnished it with some basil, and well, we can just serve it up and eat it now.
Hey, did somebody say fried rice? Oh, I can smell it from here. Ooh.
Here's the hungry, hungry monster.
Oh, yum. Oh, fried rice. My favourite.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, is this for me?
Well, it's for the family, but you can try it.
Delicious, thank you.
But Dad!
It's the Caleb and Elijah Show. Hi, my name's Elijah. And my name's Caleb. And today we're going to be making a classic apple crumble. These are the ingredients. 1.5 kg of mixed apples, 150 grams of golden custard sugar, 1 lemon, 50 grams of unsalted butter, cold, 100 grams of plain flour. First you have to preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. And we've already cut and peeled apples into 3 centimeter cubes. Now you have to add the casting sugar with lemon zest. And now we're going to put the saucepan on medium heat for 5 minutes, or until the apples have been softened. Meanwhile, cube the butter and add into a mixing bowl with the flour. Rub together with your fingertips until it resembles breadcrumbs. Pour the remaining sugar to add a little texture. And now we are going to take the apples and put it in the baking dish.
Okay.
Now we have to sprinkle the crumb topping on top of the apple. Bake in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes, or until golden and bubbling. Look! Now the apple crumble is done. You can either serve it with ice cream or custard. Now I'm going to go enjoy this. We'll see you next time. Bye. It's the Caleb and Elijah Show.
Hello everyone, we are on another prize adventure this week. And who are we heading to this week, Marilyn? Emmanuel, we are coming to you right now. We are in the car. We have the prize. He chose the soccer chair, the VIP chair that we have at Kids Cove. He's going to have his own version. We are heading to his house to drop it off. We will obey social distancing, but we're going to have a bit of fun, get out of here and make his day with a cool prize. Keep watching, because at the end of this clip we'll talk about how you can win a prize just like Emmanuel today. We're on.
Hello. We are heading to Manuel.
We go to Emmanuel's house to drop the prize off. Need to win VIP at Kids Club anymore because you got your own VIP chair. How does that feel? So do you think other kids should watch our Zoom chats to win prizes? Yeah. When's it on?
On Fridays.
Fridays.
Hi kids, it's Maz here today. Today, I too am working from home, just like you're studying from school with online schooling. Now, in this current situation that we are in, It's unprecedented, which means that it hasn't occurred before within our lifetime. So working from home or studying from home is a new idea to a whole lot of us. For you, for us, for your parents, for your friends, for your teachers. Together with it comes some elements of stress or worries or uncertainty or confusion or fear. You might be worried that you might not fully understand or comprehend what you're learning without your teachers there to help or guide you. You might also be missing out on the element of fun or socializing or communicating without your friends being around you. It might also be a little bit strange sitting on your own at home or with your siblings on your device trying to learn something, and each of you are learning something different with your parents there to assist you. When we're in a situation where we are uncertain, one verse always comes to mind for me, and that is 2 Corinthians 12:9. I'm going to read from the Amplified Version, which has a little bit of an extra couple of words which sort of amplifies the meaning or gives you more of what the meaning of the verse itself says. So here it is. But he said to me, that's Jesus talking to us, my grace is sufficient for you. Here's the Amplified Version. My loving kindness and my mercy are more than enough, always available regardless of the situation. For my power is being perfected and is completed and shows itself most effectively in your weakness. Therefore, I will all the more gladly boast in my weakness, so that the power of Christ may completely enfold me and dwell in me. Now, it might seem easy to just say that, we rely on God's grace, or we look to Him to assist us in times like this. But how do we practically do that? How do we go through a day and turn to God when we are frustrated, or we are confused, or we are worried, or we are stressed? One of the things that always help me the most when I'm going through a situation where I can't control, or I find that it's causing me to stress, is that I actually stop and take a breather and have a conversation with God. It could be quick. It could be a 5-second thing and just say, God, help me. It could be a little bit longer. Sometimes it also helps where you could go and make yourself your favorite drink. Might be a milkshake, might be a hot chocolate. For me, more often than not, it's usually coffee. However, knowing that most of you can't actually drink coffee or should not be drinking coffee at your young age, I've gone and gotten myself a cup of hot chocolate. See, it says cocoa. This is my hot chocolate cup, specifically only for hot chocolate. So what do? You basically have a coffee date with God, or in this circumstance, a hot chocolate date with God. Take some time, have your drink, which will always help. There's sugar, calms you down, being chocolate as well, and have a conversation with God. Think as to what all your worries are and just pass them on to Him. Let Him know what you're afraid of. Let Him know what your worries are, what your doubts are, what's causing you concern. And more often than not, you might find that once you've released all of those things, or said all of them out, or passed that on, you've actually released those burdens off yourself. And you've allowed God to come into your situation and talk to you, relate to you. He might also have words that might drop into your heart that could actually help you along in your situation. Sometimes, if you don't feel like doing that, where you're having a conversation with God, you can also turn to your parents or your siblings, or even us as leaders. We could always have a hot chocolate date over the phone or over video call, just as we're doing right now. Your parents too could have a moment to sit down with you and have a chat with you, and you too could share with them, so that they too can practically help you and understand where you're coming from, where your frustrations are, and help you along the way as to what you're going through. It will actually help them to understand as well as to why you are frustrated, or why you are worried, or what you're fearful about. Now, this may not just relate only to online schooling. It might be anything that is on your heart that's actually worrying you as well. It could be issues with friends or family. It might even be issues with bullying when you're back in school, or anything else that could be a problem. Sometimes it might even be your imagination, where I know as a young child, being an only child at home for a very long period of time, I was on my own, and therefore I had quite a vivid imagination. And with that, I used to get worried about the silliest things. For instance, imagining that there were monsters around in the cupboard, or things could turn into something scary, or someone was going to come and knock on my front door and scare me. I know it all seems a little bit silly now, but as a child, those were things that were genuinely scaring me. And you too might be going through that at the moment, because with the current pandemic that's happening, a lot of times we are stuck indoors. There's a lot of things that we can't do. And when we are stuck indoors, sometimes our mind and our brains just get quite imaginative. And we too can allow our brains to wander and come up with a variety of strange imaginations, which just causes us fear for no reason whatsoever, other than the fact that we've just scared ourselves. So take a moment, grab your favorite drink, sit down with God, sit down with your mom or dad, sit down with an older sibling, or if you really want to sit down with one of us, let your parents know and they can get in contact with us. And you too can sit down with us for however long you need. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour. We can sit down with you and your parents and we can have a chat. And we could just socialize, communicate over the internet using all the other varieties of ways that we can, whether it be through Zoom, through FaceTime, whatever your parents have available. And we can take that time to help you ease your burdens, ease your fears, bring some comfort. But more importantly, remember what we had said before. God's grace is more than sufficient for you. Remember that He loves you, and His loving kindness and His mercy are more than enough, always available regardless of what situation you might be in. Nothing's too big or too small for God to help you with. So remember that verse for this week. Remember that when you're going through a circumstance that is overwhelming, that He is there for you, and so are we. See you next time. Bye.
So that is episode 5, done and dusted. We hope you enjoyed it this week. And just like Emmanuel, if you want to win one of our cool prizes, you just need to be a part of our Zoom live chat every Friday from 6:30. Just be a part of our Facebook private group or follow us on Instagram, and we will post up the link from 5:30 so people can jump on from 10 minutes to go to jump in at 6:30 to be part of their Zoom live chat, and you could be this week's winner who gets to win one of the cool prizes, and we get to come and visit you to give you the prize. That's really, really cool. We want to hear your ideas. What things do you want to see as part of Kids Club Online? Send your ideas in to hopekidsclub@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your ideas, and keep filming, keep sending in your videos. We love the stuff like Caleb and Elijah show, and we want to see so much more stuff like that. So if you want to do what they've done, get your parents' help, get filming, and send in your own segments. We'd love to see it. Have an awesome week. We'll see you at the Zoom live chat this Friday.